It's a hot one at Wintercrest tonight as the Redbirds host the defending state champion Minneapolis Cobras. Temperatures dropping out of the 90s and will cool off a bit as we move through the ball game. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro behind home plate for the action, and the shade is at least taken over for us.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a breeze as well, which is nice. Keeps us a little bit cooler than if we were sitting in the sun. But this is going to be a good one, Joe. This is a Coon Rapids team who we've seen the last couple of games, couple of wins, actually 3 in a row for them. The Cobras, as you mentioned, state A champions from a year ago, start off to a 6-0 record, and they're a good ball club. This is going to be a challenge. Actually, I would say a challenge for both clubs.
6-0 start, definitely how the Minneapolis squad hoping to open their season and looking to try and get a big win on the road here tonight against a surging Redbirds squad to extend that streak. They'll start with the outfielders from center. Brandon Schmall leading off. Devin Rogers, the left fielder, behind him. And the right fielder, Mason Reinhardt, is hitting third. The cleanup man is third baseman Sean Borman. Morgan Holmes hitting fifth. Sam Burnett behind him. Zach Carden, Andrew Enck, and Nate Lutmer round out the order for the Cobras. Justin Langer, who we saw in a couple innings of relief last Friday night, getting the start here tonight.
Yeah, and he got the save on Friday night. He's pitched 3 innings of work, has an ERA of 0 at this point, so he's looked good in his early work so far this season for the Redbirds.
Falls behind 2-0, but gets Schmall swinging with the fastball. 2-1. Speed pitch stays high, and 3-1. Hitters count. Schmall fouls this one back out of play, and it'll be a full count, 3-2.
The Cobras coming off a big win over River Falls, traveled to River Falls for that game.
This one laced down the line, and it is fair. Schmall will turn and dig for 2. Long throw coming from Schoenbrick. Not in time, skips way past the bag. Sather chasing it into foul territory. And just a little late recognition, and Schmall will stay at second. But a leadoff double on a 3-2 pitch.
Yeah, and he turned on that pitch and drove it down the right field line. A really nice job of hitting there by Schmall as he turned on, as you can see. And he's got some good speed, obviously, leading off for this lineup. And an easy double for him. Throw did get away, and he probably could have taken third. But his base coach told him to stay.
And Devin Rogers, now the left fielder with a man in scoring position, nobody out. Looks at a fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, so Langer in a little bit of trouble early on here. Nobody out and runner at second, especially with a team like this who can definitely score runs.
Down low, scooped up by Reeves, 1-1.
Of course, we're very familiar with Justin Reeves, having played for Coon Rapids and catching for the Cardinals.
Half swing, but a called strike, 1-2.
Come on, Dad. What do you say, kid?
Langer goes up the ladder on him. Rogers fouls it back out of play. We'll try again at 1-2.
You know, of course, neither one of these teams have seen each other obviously this year, and so it's just a matter of course, the batters learning pitchers, and the same way pitchers learning what they want to throw to particular hitters.
Take some patience to let that one go just off the outside edge, 2-2.
Keep working, Dev. Good job.
Pitch down to the dirt, goes to the backstop. Trotting over to third is Brandon Schmall, and now a full count for Devin Rogers.
And not much Reeves could do about that pitch as it's in the dirt and gets past him easily.
Big pitch right here for Justin Langer. This one skied, out of play. Rogers will continue to battle after falling behind in the count 1-2 early. He's worked it back to full, a couple of 2-strike fouls. Langer went deep in the count, had a full count pitch that Schmall put into right field. So racking up the pitch count early on, that one up high, and a walk puts runners at the corners with nobody out.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth exactly, because you only faced the two batters so far, but thrown a lot of pitches. So Chad Peterson just tweeted out to us that Joe, that Raleigh Fingers called and wants you to stop with that mustache already.
Who did?
Chad Peterson. You know Chad.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one grounded on the left side. It'll be scooped up by Bates. Go the short way, not in time. Everybody safe. And a run across. Rogers got there in a hurry. Good jump off the bat. Obviously speed. Beats it out. Schmall scores easily. RBI for Reinhardt.
Joe, that brings up quite possibly the Cobras' best player in Sean Borman. Aaron Lindstrom was telling us before the game he's definitely a stud.
Pitch up high, snagged by Reeves. Early trouble for the Redbirds starter. Finds the zone there and evens the count.
Yeah, with the runners at first and second, nobody out, tough situation for Justin Langer. Good patience by Borman.
This one hit high into foul territory down the left field line and just over the fence. Out of play, 2-2.
You know, if he can get Borman here, that would be huge. Obviously, you want to get that first out of the inning, but if you get that big hitter out at the plate, or out at, see if you can get him out on pitches.
This one hit well to right center. Lehman tracking and is there just in front of the wall, tagging and moving over to third is Rogers. And their runners at the corner is just a long out for Sean Berman.
Yeah, I did give that one a ride, but Avery Lehman able to get over there and make the catch. And a big first out.
And now the catcher, Morgan Holmes. Fastball misses high, 1-0. This one hit back in the infield, out of the reach of Langer, scooped up by the second baseman, Nickel, and he's able to get it to Indelkoffer for an out. Rogers scores on the play, so an RBI ground out for Morgan Holmes. Boy, that one.
That was an adventure, too. They're going to make sure they got the out.
Finding the spot.
Yeah.
And he's nearly able to beat this out because it's stuck in the grass a little bit, just out of the reach of Langer, and Indelkoffer just able to scoop it and get it over, or Nickel rather, to get it over to Indelkoffer. On the play, Reinhardt moves to second, and now Sam Burnett looks at a pitch, called for a strike. 0-1. 2 runs across, 2 hits in the inning for the Cobras.
Well, if the way the inning started, Joe, if they can get out with just the 2 runs, I think that's a pretty good deal for the Redbirds.
Especially when you consider a little extra breeze behind Borman's bomb, and this could have been a 4-run game right there.
Very easily.
Called strike, Burnett behind in the count, 1-2.
Yeah, that pitch just caught the inside portion of the plate.
Swinging strike 3. So 2 on the board for the Minneapolis Cobras. Chance for the Redbirds to respond after this. You're watching live Town Ball on CTN.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Minneapolis Cobras came in hot and ready to bite. And they put 2 on the board in the top half of the first inning.
I like how you slithered that one in there.
Two hits, 2 runs, and the early 2-0 lead. Second baseman Ryan Nickel will lead off for the Redbirds, trying to answer. Left fielder Dan Skog on deck. Ross Indelkoffer is in the hole. Zach Sather hitting cleanup. Center fielder Avery Lehman, and behind him, Kyle Schoenbrick. Easy for me to say. Then Aaron Lindstrom, Jackson Bates, and Justin Reeves. And beating out one hit right back up the middle was Nickel, and then the throw got away, and Nickel will go over to second on an error. It's an exciting first pitch.
Yep,
for
absolutely.
the bottom half of the inning.
Absolutely. Enk couldn't handle that one at second base, and Nickel's got some pretty good speed, and he was able to easily get that one to beat that one out, and then the throw went past Burnett. You're going to see Enk couldn't quite get that one down in the dirt, and Burnett couldn't get his glove on it. And Nickel able to get to second base, start this inning out for the Redbirds. Exactly the way they wanted to start it out, get a runner in scoring position when, on the first bat with the first batter.
Bunt attempt by Skog is foul and taken by Morgan Holmes, the catcher. Derek Mason getting the start for the Cobras. His defense, Reinhardt, Schmall, and Rogers in the outfield. Bennett and Ank on the right side, Albers and Borman on the left side. Morgan Holmes behind the plate, reaching out for this one and sending it foul out of play is Dan Skog. He's quickly in a hole 0-2. Up and in. But Mason with some room to wiggle. And now ahead in the count 1-2. This one hit into left. Waiting on it is Rogers. He makes the catch for out number 1. Didn't have to move much.
He did not. It pretty much went right to him.
Saw him on the base paths a little bit. You know he's got speed.
Yes.
Didn't have to use it that time.
He did not.
And that'll bring up first baseman Ross Indelkoffer.
Indelkoffer hitting .417 in the season. The Redbirds hitting .317 on the season.
Stealing before the pitch. And now coming home on a pass or an errant throw. That is a run all designed and executed by Ryan Nickel.
Yep.
He stole that pitch. I mean, he was more than halfway to third base before the ball got to Holmes. Holmes probably should have put it in his back pocket, but instead tries to throw it down. He had no chance. Look how far he is. He's more than halfway there before the ball's out of Mason's hand. The throw down bounces off of his knee, and he scampers home.
Well, Nickel has had a great night last game we did, and he's continuing on here this evening.
This one grounded on the left side, scoop it up by Borman. The throw is low, and it gets away from Bennett. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the third error in 3 batters.
Yeah, that ball down in the dirt, it looked like Bennett was going to have it by backhanding it, but just couldn't bring it into his glove.
So I don't know if you give an error to Holmes on the throw that actually hit the runner on the knee, but that's a routine ground ball.
Yeah, it should have been an out.
And really the hit by Nickel was really a routine ground ball that then the errant throw. And now Zach Sather, who definitely has the power to go deep. We saw him do it the other night.
We did. He's hitting .267 on the season. He's the only member of this Redbird team to go yard so far this year.
Now with a 3-0 count, you wonder if he has the green light. And yes, he does, and it's fired down the line. A diving attempt by Reinhardt comes up empty. Indelkoffer being waved around at third. It'll get to the relay, but Indelkoffer will score easily without a play. RBI double by Zach Sather, and just like that, we're tied at 2.
Yeah, he turned on that pitch, Joe, and just drilled it into the right field corner. As quickly as the Cobras jumped to that 2-0 lead, that's how quickly the Redbirds tied it up.
Reinhardt putting the effort in, but coming up empty. Dropping down the bunt was Lehman, and it just rolled foul. 1 out, 2 across, a runner at second base. You wonder if Lehman will try another one.
He was a pretty good hitter, hitting .429 on the season.
Put that in their heads on the first pitch.
Yep.
And maybe swing away now.
We'll see.
This is high and deep to left. Rogers going back and bounces off of his glove just in front of the wall. Sather, smart base runner, 3/4 of the way. He'll come in to score. That's error number 4.
That's crazy. You know, there's a lot of sun out there. I don't know if that he lost it. It's not that high in the sky, but he just couldn't get over there and put his glove on it.
He got the glove on it,
but he couldn't squeeze it.
Just scared.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was in his mid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was. You're right. He was worried a little bit about that fence. He came off.
And now
close.
Lehman trades places with Sather. The Redbirds have a 3-2 lead and a first pitch single for Schoenbrick through the left side, and Lehman will come in. And Coon Rapids puts 4 on the board here in the first. Still only 1 out.
Yeah, they've been hitting the ball well here so far this evening early on.
And now designated hitter Aaron Lindstrom. An opportunity to keep this big inning going.
Well, Lindstrom, the veteran of the group, hitting .444 on the season.
Thought it was 446.
444. He wanted me to say
and a miss.
744, but I said I can't do that. As much as I'd like to for him.
This one is skied to center. Coming in and waiting on it is Schmall, and that is out number 2.
Aaron got up underneath that pitch a little bit. Pretty easy play for Schmall to second out of the inning.
And that will bring up one of the younger players in the lineup, Jackson Bates.
Yep.
2019 graduate? Or was it 18?
I'll tell you. I know this. I know this information.
I think it was just 19. Maybe it was 18.
Yeah, I think it
First
was.
pitch, skied back out of play.
Yeah, it was 18. Because last year was his first year at...
That makes sense.
Yeah, God.
Underneath that one, 0-2. Runner is off, pitch is up high. The throw is in the dirt and sliding in safely as Schoenbrick hits second.
You have a 2-away, being aggressive on the base paths. I put a man in scoring position. A hit to the outfield is an opportunity to score a run.
Redbirds stealing early against Mason, too.
Well, they're being aggressive.
This one grounded on the left side. Carden scoops, throws over the head of Burnett at first.
Wow.
Schoenbrick comes in to score. Bates will check in at second. That's 5 errors in the inning.
That's crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen a game with 5 errors in an inning. I mean, that again, you talked about that other one being routine. That should have been a routine out, but he just lofted that throw from short well over the head of Burnett.
5 runs in the inning, and the 9th man to come to the plate here in the first for the Redbirds is catcher Justin Reeves. He's got Bates at second. This one grounded through the left side. That'll get into the outfield. Bates will turn. He's coming home. And it's going to be cut off. He's going to score. Reeves is caught up between second and third. He is out. But the run counts. It's a 6-run inning for the Redbirds. And they have a 6-2 lead as we go to the second inning. An exciting start to this town ball game on a hot summer afternoon. You're watching live Metro Mini Baseball on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Coach Don Bright.
Good to see him here.
It's more than just his name. He's also a very bright individual.
He is.
Smart enough to bring the
umbrella
and shade himself from this oppressive heat. Zach Carden leading off the top of the second with a single for the Cobras, and now they're the ones that have to respond. They scored 2 in the first and then gave up 6 in the bottom half. 4 hits for the Cardinals, 5 errors on the Cobras.
Yeah, these are 2 good hitting ball clubs.
Andrew Enck, the second baseman, will dig in, show bunt, pull back, take a pitch up high. 1-0. This one hit high to right center, not very deep. Calling it and making the catch is Schoenbrick, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, no opportunity for the base runner to advance, quite obviously.
Justin Langer would love to have a quicker inning.
Yeah, I would think so.
So far, a single to the first batter, but two pitches per batter is a good average. Of course, if you look at it, Derek Mason only threw 20 pitches, and he faced all 9 guys in the order. This little check swing roller to third. Sather goes the short way. They get it. The relay not in time. It was a good turn by Nickel, but they get the lead runner.
Well, and a nice play by Indelkofer, making sure that he grabbed that ball, it didn't get by, pulled him off the bag, and made sure he got it in his glove.
Well, I thought it was kind of risky for Sather with a kind of a slow roller off the check swing to go and get after that lead runner, but he got him.
A strong throw to the bag had him.
Now back to the top of the order. Brandon Schmall, a leadoff double and scored a run. Takes the strike on the inside edge, showing 1. Runner is going. They're not even going to try.
He stumbled a little bit, too, on his way down. But, yeah, they weren't going to get him at that point. Got a good jump off the bag. A little bit of work in the bullpen. Maybe guys are just throwing, but Taylor Nelson, one of the Redbird pitchers, warming up a little bit.
Good pitch there. Catches Schmall looking, and it's 1-2. Saw Taylor throw the other night as well.
Yep, we did.
This one fouled, and it'll stay 2-2. Two out, a runner at second base. The Cobras trail the Redbirds 6-2 here, top of the second inning. an eventful first. This one hit hard and deep going back, and this one is gone. A 2-run home run for Brandon Schmall. He's 2 for 2 with a double, a home run, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored.
Yeah, that pitch was right where he needed it to be, and he really turned on it and gave it a ride over the right field fence. And with a runner on, that all of a sudden, you're right, cuts the lead now to 2. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of runs scored here tonight. It's a good chance. And that pitch was right where he needed to be, up a little bit, and he got all of it. Not much Snowbird could do or watch it go over the fence.
Devin Rogers worked to walk and then scored a run in that first inning. And now outside, 2-0. Fastball called to strike. And another one in there, evens the count, 2-2.
Yeah, Langer just wants to get out of here. You talked about him wanting a shorter inning, but he looked like he was going to get out of it, but then he gave up that long ball.
This one skied back out of play. We'll try and get it 2-2. This one high in the infield. Indelkoffer under it, makes the catch for out number 3. But 2 more on the board for the Minneapolis Cobras. We go to the bottom of the second. Coon Rapids 6, Minneapolis 4. You're watching live Town Ball on CTN.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing.
The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh,
You're making me
I can't do
nervous.
this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Back at Wintercrest, middle of the second inning, and lots of numbers up on the board. One the Minneapolis Cobras would really like to remove is the one at the end. That's, you don't like to put crooked numbers up in that column if you can avoid it.
No.
Especially not all in the first inning. So the Redbirds started in the same place in the bottom of the second inning, looking to respond, or at the bottom of the first inning, looking to respond after giving up 2 in the top half. They were able to hit the order and score 6. But Ryan Nickel looks at 2 called strikes and now finds himself behind and having to battle. Off-speed pitch. Hit high to right field. Underneath it is Reinhardt, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, long, lazy fly ball to right for that first out. And Derek Mason would like an easier inning as well, but certainly from his fielders behind him.
Yeah, he threw fewer pitches in the first inning than did Langer.
He 5 errors in an inning.
He threw 20 pitches in the inning, 15 of them for strikes. But yeah, you give up 5 extra outs.
Yeah.
Teams can put some rubbers.
It's tough to do that.
Dan Skogel slap into left field, a 1-out single. Gets the Redbirds a base runner.
Well, it's really going to come down to, you know, who's got the better pitching, I think, this evening, because both teams are starting to hit the ball here tonight, and both teams typically hit the ball as throughout the season.
Fastball right down the pipe. Hindelkoffer held off. Maybe should have swung away. Reached on an error his first time up. He's not the only one.
No.
That one right at the letters. He gets Mason ahead in the count 0-2 once again.
My pitch now way ahead, huh, babe?
Curveball misses down and away. Hindelkoffer not tempted on 0-2. Fastball fouled back out of play. Up high, 2-2. 1 out, 1 on. Sather on deck. A 6-4 lead for the Redbirds here in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, they'd like to try and get at least a run or two back.
Out in front of that offering from Mason, and Hindelkoffer is down on strikes for out number 2.
Bottom drop out of that one a little bit. Hindelkoffer couldn't get a piece of it.
Bring up Zach Sather, RBI single, and scored a run.
Yeah, he turned on that base hit that he had.
Now 1-1. Breaking pitch went down off of it, rolls it to Enck, over to Bunnett. And that's the first scoreless half inning so far. We've played 2. It's Coon Rapids 6, Minneapolis 4. You're watching Town Ball live on CTN. Downfield, but watching behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. But you can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Oh, it's so nice to all be sitting down together. You can tell me something they did today.
I drew a horsey.
Good for you, son.
I started smoking.
I love you too, sweetheart.
I'm selling bongs out of our minivan.
I got a tramp stamp.
I'm getting implants.
I'm dating your brother.
Uh-huh.
I'm cooking meth in the basement.
Great idea, kiddo. That's why you're so popular at school.
Back at the ballpark. I don't like to take long breaks between innings, and that's all right.
Yeah, that is okay. I don't mind that.
Mason Reinhardt, Sam Borman, and Morgan Holmes, the scheduled hitters here in the third for the Minneapolis Cobras.
Yeah, these games tend to run a little bit long, and an old guy like me, I got to be home for my 11 o'clock feeding.
Mason Reinhardt, an RBI single back in the first inning. Cobras came out quickly, strike for 2 right away. But then I'm going to go way out on a limb and guess that was their worst inning in the field so far this year.
I would think
that
so
one
too.
skipped off the top of Reinhardt's helmet as he tried to duck away, and he'll get a free base.
Yeah, that pitch got away, just glanced off the top of his helmet.
The rest of the day.
Sam Borman hit it pretty well, but
he did.
Out to center. This one grounded to first. Indelkoffer over to Bates for 1. The relay in plenty of time. And it is a 3-6-3 double play.
Nice job by Indelkoffer to start that smartly, obviously knew he had plenty of time to get the lead runner, and then the throw back to get the double play was nice fielding by the Redbirds to erase the base runners.
It's always nice, especially when you give up that free base, that you remove him from the base paths on the very next pitch.
Exactly.
And now Morgan Holmes with 2 out and nobody on. Ground ball to second his first time up. No one dropped just a little bit late, 1-0. That one's in for a called strike, evens the count 1-1.
I don't think he agreed with that pitch.
I think the umpire's used to that.
I'm sure they are.
1-1, and that one's just high, 2-1. I'm guessing that Holmes either plays or did play little college ball. I'm believing that's Northern Illinois.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's a good pitch right there from Langer. Evens the count at 2-2.
What are they, the Salukis? I think so. I think it is.
Is it?
I'm going to have to look it up now.
Let's go, Mo.
2-2 pitch is outside, and we have a full count for Morgan Holmes.
I'm not really sure what a Saluki is.
I'm sure that your Google can tell you that too, or your Yahoo, or
It's
your
in DeKalb, Illinois.
fly ball out to left. Easy play for Skog. And after the leadoff hitter is hit, it's still a 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the 4th. It's Coon Rapids 6, Minneapolis 4. You're watching live Town Ball on CTN.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Back at the ballpark. Check in, check out on Twitter, YouTube. We're live.
He just sent you a friend request on Facebook.
A 6-4 lead for the Coon Rapids Redbirds early on. Trying to keep their win streak going, push it to 4 while ending the undefeated start to the season for the Cobras. Cobras gave him a lot of help in that first inning.
They did. They did. And there's plenty of ball game left. In front
Lots
of us.
ball game. Bottom of the third inning, Avery Lehman, Kyle Schoenbrink, and Aaron Lindstrom will come to the plate for the Redbirds. First pitch skied to left center. Rogers over, but he gives way to Schmall for the catch, out number one.
A long fly ball out for Lehman. Start the bottom of the third.
Lehman hit the first in the first inning. He hit it pretty well.
Yep.
But Rogers tracked it down and then just couldn't secure it in his glove. Lehman ended up reaching on the error and scoring. Kyle Schoenbrink shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike anyway. He had a single, an RBI single in that first. Goes fishing for one, down and away, 0-2.
Yeah, he did, and that was a nice pitch for Mason to fool him on. And looked like that pitch was coming in, and it broke out.
And then goes up high with a fastball and gets Schoenberg chasing that as well. And a 3-pitch strikeout. 2 outs on 4 pitches to start the inning for Derek Mason. Now Aaron Lindstrom, fly ball to center first time up. Mason not wasting a lot of time between pitches. Going with the call from Holmes and just bringing it home. This one fouled back. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Mason looking for a quick inning here. Get his squad back to the plate. Able to cut that lead, but into 2. Looking to do again here next inning if they have the opportunity.
And back-to-back strikeouts. A very quick inning for Derek Mason. We go to the 4th. You're watching live Town Ball on CTN.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Taylor Nelson will come on in relief of Justin Langer to start this 4th inning. He inherits a 2-run lead over a very solid hitting ball club.
Nelson comes to the game 3 innings so far this season. He's given up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them earned. Base on balls. He's got a 6 ERA as he steps on the mound. Opponents are batting .364 off him.
He'll face Cobra's first baseman Sam Burnett to get things started. Fastball hit high to short right center. Not sure who has it. It's going to drop right in between. Nickel was trying to keep track of it over his shoulder and just a little bloop single on the first pitch of the inning.
I think Schnobrook got a little late start coming in because he thought Nichols was coming back out and was going to grab it. And by the time he was able to come in, it was too late. You're going to see it drop between them.
We saw Schoenberg expecting to be, or Nickel rather, expecting to be called off.
Yep.
And now Zach Carden takes a pitch for a strike. Single, but was forced out at second in the second. Just missing outside is Nelson. It's 2-1.
And Carden just being patient on that pitch as well.
This one skied left side into foul territory. Sather settling underneath it makes the catch for out number 1.
That's a big out. You get the first out of the inning. You don't advance the base runner.
It's hard to put a lot of runs on the board if everything you're hitting is going as high as it does far.
This is true.
So first couple of batters, although one did drop in for the Cobras, Nelson getting the result he wants, really. Swinging strike, and one dropped down into the dirt on Andrew Enck. He had a fly ball to right field his first time up. That's a good-looking pitch there from Taylor Nelson to get himself ahead in the count, 0-2.
And Enck is talking to himself a little bit after that pitch.
Trying to tempt him outside. Enck not buying. It's 1-2. Up and in evens the count. Slow roller to Sather. Nickel for one. Over, not in time.
Oh, they got the lead runner, but just couldn't get it there in time for the out at first. You see that Sather quickly over to Nickel, and Nickel had to go down a little bit for it. But the speed of Enck able to beat it out.
Now Nate Lutmer grounded to third, reached on a fielder's choice, later scored back in the second inning. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. 2 out, the runner at first is Andrew Enck. Will break to that pitch, froze Lutmer, and gets Nelson back ahead in the count, 0-2. Well, kind of jammed him. He's able to foul it off and stay alive. Top of the order on deck. Nelson would like to get out of this inning before having to deal with Schmall.
Oh,
close inside, 1-2.
When I think Nelson thought he had him too.
It's a tough pitch to take, 0-2.
Yeah, it is.
Just a little bit low and inside. Swinging strike 3 ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Coon Rapids leading Minneapolis 6-4 on CTN. Interesting start to the ball game here tonight. The Cobras came out and jumped to the early 2-0 lead in the first inning, but they brought their bats but forgot their fielding skills at home for a little while. There were 5 errors in the bottom half of the first inning that allowed the Redbirds to score 6, and then a 2-run shot by Brendan Schmall cut the lead in half in the top half of the second inning, and that's where we stand now, 6-4.
Oh, there's your ride home for later.
I wish. Must be an air show. It makes sense.
I would think,
July weekend.
I would think so.
Last couple of innings been pretty smooth for Derek Mason. Just 8 pitches needed to get 3 outs, including 2 by strikeout in that third inning. Bates shows strike, pulls back, takes a strike, shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike, not shows strike. I don't know if that's happening for the folks at home, but I have a great echo effect.
I do as well. And then I hear like almost like a rewinding tape sound.
Called strike 1 and 2. Speed pitch. Breaks down low and away, 2-2. Bates able to hold off on a pitch that just missed outside. Full count to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, he wanted to offer, but they made the better choice of keeping the bat back.
And he will earn a leadoff walk. Bates able to reach on an error in the first inning and later score. Now walks to lead off the 4th.
Well, after that 6-2 lead and then cut to 6-4, the Redbirds would like to see if they can get a little insurance here. As we're sitting in the bottom of the 4th. They're leading 6-4, runner at first, nobody out.
Justin Reeves, an RBI single in that first inning, but he also became the 3rd out when he tried to stretch that single into a double. Up high, 1-1.
Well, Bates getting a nice lead off the bag at first.
Well, we've seen already Coon Rapids going to be aggressive because Mason does not keep a close eye on the base runners. We saw in that first inning, Ryan Nickel was halfway to second base, or to third base rather, stealing from second before it was even out of his hand. One back and out of play. Shapiro dives. Oh! Great effort.
Almost.
Great effort.
Almost.
You know how quickly you get off of that chair and you're able to make that kind of effort? It's always impressive.
Well, nobody can hear the fact that I throw my headphones on the ground and running back and get that, but I'm not as young as I used to be, and I can't get to those balls as quickly as I used to, unfortunately.
1-2 now to Justin Reeves.
Maybe we're over the PA system here, and it's just the reverb from that.
Mason's pitch down and away, 2-2. Out in front of that one, and rips it foul out of play.
The lone spectator sitting down the left field line.
Observing her social distancing.
Yeah, had to get out of the way of that pitch a little bit.
Just making sure you're staying awake. Another 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That is the 4th strikeout of the baseball game so far for Derek Mason. And that'll get Coon Rapids back to the top of the order. Ryan Nickel.
Nickel had 4 hits the other night. Has 1 today.
Pitch called a strike, 0-1. Singled and scored back in that 6-run first inning. With 1 out and Bates at first. Outside again, 2-1. Throw over to check on Bates. He's back in time. It's the first time we've seen him check a runner. Just 1 base runner for the Redbirds since that first inning. This one hit well to left center, but boy, the wheels on Rogers. He got there quickly.
Yeah, he is so quick. And, you know, that one that came off his glove, he got to it quickly, too, earlier in this game that he got the error called against him. And that was a play where I think he felt he was going to run out of room and into the fence and had the ball in his glove, but just couldn't squeeze it.
No problem this time,
Nope.
and that's the 2nd out of the inning for Mason and the Cobras. Dan Skog looking for his 2nd hit. Would love to start a little rally. This one sky to short left. Back from short is Zach Carden to make the catch and end the inning. We go to the 5th. Coon Rapids 6, Minneapolis 4. You're watching live Town Ball on CTN.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Hey! Okay.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
Let's see, he's sitting all the way back.
Hey, he'll be the first to his car.
Yeah, he will be. He'll be the first one home.
It's not a bad spot to watch a ball game. Not as good as the spot we have.
We have a very comfortable spot. And, you know, and as warm as it's been today, it's actually fairly comfortable here.
Oh, it's turned out beautiful now that the sun has gone down. And top of the order here for the Cobras in the top of the 5th. Brandon Schmall has done some damage thus far. 2 for 2 with a double, a home run, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored. It's the kind of production you love to get out of your leadoff guy.
Good leave. Good leave.
Now 0-2.
Yeah, if you're Taylor Nelson, you'd certainly like to get to retire this batter.
This one hit well again to right, and this one ain't coming back either. His second home run of the ball game. Brandon Schmall lighting it up.
Second home run off of two different pitchers. As he again gave that ball a ride over the right field fence. It cuts, as you mentioned, cutting the lead to 1. Nothing but that Schnober could do but watch it go over.
Yeah, that's definitely the kind of production you love to see out of your leadoff guy.
2 homers.
It's not the atypical hit you get from the leadoff guy, but hey, if he can put it over the fence, he'll take it every time.
Absolutely.
Devin Rogers walked and scored it back in the first. Pop up to first. His last time up. This one scorched down the line to right. That will fall. Rogers will dig for second and then stop up as Schnober got it in quickly. Did skip off the glove of Ryan Nickel at second, but a single for Rogers. And he represents the tying run and a lot of speed on the bases with nobody out.
Absolutely. He just went down and got that one and found the green. He thought about it. He took that long turn, and
Schoenberg got there quickly and got it in. And there you see his reaction when he saw it skip off of the glove of Nickel. So he runs through, and that skips off easily at second. And now Mason Reinhardt singled, drove in a run back in the first inning, hit by a pitch the last time up. Want to try and keep Rogers and his speed as close to the bag at first as possible. He's going to go and Rogers hit for the second time.
And all of a sudden you've scored a run, and now you've got nobody out. Runners at first and second.
Last time he was hit by a pitch, the next pitch to Sean Borman resulted in a 3-6-3 double play. That pitch inside scares Borman back.
Yeah, he had to move quickly in the box, get away from that pitch.
Drives this one into left. A diving catch for the out. They got 2 and not able to get back to get the triple play, but there was no chance for Rogers coming back. What a great diving catch by Dan Skog.
Hey, more barrels, let's go. Keep ripping.
Yeah, it was a beautiful play by Skog. As I thought that ball was going to drop, and
so did Devin Rogers.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah, exactly. And he did a nice job of going down and getting it, and then of course the out
Nickel
at second.
A little bit of hesitation, and they not quite able to get. Reinhardt from getting back. Now Morgan Holmes.
Redbirds just avoid tying the game right there.
Swung on and missed, 1-1. And through your diligent research, you found out Northern Illinois is actually the Huskies. It's
Southern
Illinois Salukis. This one skied to left. Skog waits, squeezes it closed, and after a leadoff home run, a diving play by Dan Skog keeps this game a lead for the Redbirds, as it easily would have scored Rogers from second, but instead it's still 6-5. Coon Rapids there at the plate after this on CTN.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
We scored going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Back in Coon Rapids, little town ball. A 6-5 game. Fans of offense would not be disappointed unless they missed the first inning.
Right. No, and I think we knew coming into this game that it was going to be a great matchup between two really good clubs. And
6-5. Almost all of the runs scored off in that first inning. Last three scored in the game, all off of the bat of Brandon Schmall with 2 home runs, one a 2-run shot. Ross Indelkoffer leading off for the Redbirds here in the 5th. Derek Mason continuing on, 1-1. Now he's given up 6 runs, but I'm not sure any of them are earned. I don't think any. No, not a one of them.
That ball right off the mask of Morgan Holmes.
That'll shake you up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Give him an extra minute or two to collect his thoughts.
Get the cobwebs going out.
1-2 pitch is up high. And now outside, full count.
And the Cobras climbing back into this ball game. Redbirds would love to have an inning where they can get a little cushion going.
Skied in the infield. Mason underneath it himself makes the catch for out number 1. Zach Sather, RBI double back in the first, now with 1 out, nobody on. And that pitch way outside. Fastball hit hard by Sather, and it is going to hook and go foul at home run distance.
It did, and he, again, he hit through that pitch, but just couldn't keep it straight.
1-1 pitch from Mason down in the dirt.
Fix that, kid. Take it. Working hard, 180, babe. Ground ball, kid. Low and hard. Hi-up. Got a kid. Good job.
This one skied to left. Coming in on it is Rogers. He will make the catch for out number 2.
Good job, Bo.
Yeah, getting that pitch up a little. He got underneath it. And easy out for the Cobras. Rogers coming in for that one.
Now Avery Lehman, first pitch, fouled back. Likes to swing early.
Does.
His third at bat, this will be just the 5th pitch he's seen. 6th pitch, sorry. This one, soft liner back to Carden at second, or at short. And a very quick bottom half of the 5th inning. We go to the 6th. Coon Rapids clinging to a 1-run lead. You're watching Live Town Ball on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything.
I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor.
If making my detox public is gonna help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Have another new pitcher on the mound for the Redbirds.
That is Arton Ost. This is his first appearance for the Redbirds for the season. Got the good flow, Joe. Flow, Joe.
He does. It's respectable.
Yep.
He will face Sam Bennett, Zach Carden, and Andrew Enck. Cobras with 2 runs in the first, 2 more in the second, and then the solo home run in the 5th. Fastball misses high and away, 1-0. Fastball low, 2-0. Oss definitely bringing some speed.
Yep. He's a Coon Rapids Cardinal graduate.
This one fouled and out of play.
Cole Albers thrown in the bullpen too now for the Redbirds, getting his arm loosened up.
And now 3-1. $11 runs in the game. We really haven't seen a lot of walks.
No.
Bennett fouls it back, full count. Yeah, through 5 innings, just 1 walk on each side of the ledger. This one is skied in the infield, coming in nickel. Bates calls off, makes the catch. Round number 1.
Yeah, good communication between the infielders, making sure that there was no collision there. Obviously, both coming in for that ball. Got a couple pitchers warming up in the bullpen. I can't see who the other one is.
Now Zach Carden for Minneapolis takes a strike. Big curve, but didn't drop enough. Stays high, 1-1.
Yeah, it looked like it was a nice pitch. Just couldn't get it to drop a little bit more into the zone.
That one was where he needed it.
Yep.
1-2. Just don't hang that to the leadoff man in this lineup.
Definitely not. He'll put another one out if you do.
1-2 pitch to Carden, fastball low. This one spinning into foul territory and will fall in front of everyone.
Yeah, pretty tough to get to that pitch or that hit.
Well, I give a ton of respect to especially the older guys in these lineups that still show a lot of hustle.
Oh, absolutely do. That's why they love the game and they play for the love of the game.
Zach Sather, a member of that Coon Rapids State Championship team.
Yep.
This one just foul wide of third. And if nothing else, Garden is battling against Oz after falling behind in the count early. Chops this one to first. It bounces away from Indlekoffer. Covering is Oz, but the throw is wide. And Garden is going to get on with the first Coon Rapids error of the game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too. That throw would have been there. They would have had him, but unfortunately, he had to hustle that throw and just threw it wide. See it again. It's just that's going to go off his glove. He's going to recover, but the throw just didn't get himself set, and it's going to go past Ost.
Pitch down low, 1-0 to Andrew Enck.
The Cobras we talked about being 6-0. They started the season in the Hayward tournament, beat the likes of the Hartford Hawks, the Hayward Loons, and the Hayward Hawks as well, and then beat Loretto and River Falls to get to 6-0.
Fouled back by Enck, evens the count at 1-1.
Go Andrew. There you go.
Left that one high, 2-1. Able to check his swing, it's 3-1. in there to get it to full.
You had to have that pitch.
One out, a runner at first base. Ost with a full count pitch to Andrew Enck. Swung on, off the hands, popped up behind home plate. Reeves with an opportunity, makes the basket catch against his chest. That's how you cradle it.
Yes, and that's a nice second out for the Redbirds team here. Big smile on Justin Reeves' face, but yeah, he did a nice job. He's got straight underneath that one. Reeves locating it quickly. And as you're right, the basket catch, cradling, get your body. Make sure that you hold on to that one. Get that second out of the inning.
Nate Lutmer reached on a fielder's choice and scored on the first home run by Brandon Schmall. And here we are again with 2 outs in an inning and trying to erase the number 9 hitter, because you don't want to give Schmall an opportunity with a couple guys on base to do more damage. This one hit to center. Going back is Lehman. Waits, makes the catch. And that will be out number 3 for the top half of the 6th inning. Coon Rapids continues to lead 6-5. You're watching live Town Ball on CTN.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Derek Mason toes the rubber for his 6th inning of work. He's only given up 1 run and 1 hit and 2 base runners since that first inning. Schoenberg way ahead of that one, ripped it foul. Took a little something off of that, got Schoenberg out in front, 0-2.
Again, that was a nice pitch, too, to get that out in front 0-2, and now he's got some pitches to play with here.
Foul, and will get out. Holmes took a long look at it, but
no, wouldn't have had a chance.
Unless he's got Superman-style jumping abilities.
Or Stretch Armstrong arms.
Could be that, too. Down in the dirt, 2-2. Schoenbrick protecting the plate, stays alive.
I gotta do everything around here? That's why you're the vet. Grizzled.
This one popped up, back and out of play. Let's just keep going at 2-2. This one hit well to center, coming running in on it and unable to make the catch is Schmall. Turning and digging for second is Schoenbrick. He's in safely.
Yeah, he didn't hesitate. Once he saw that ball was on the ground, he continued on to second.
Leadoff double for Kyle Schoenbrick on one that kind of jammed him a little bit.
It did. Schmall could not get to it.
Just out of his reach.
Yeah, and then again, he's just gonna hustle into second base for the double.
Rogers was there to back him up pretty quickly, but now Aaron Lindstrom skies it near first. Easy play for Bennett. Out number one.
Yeah, he shook his head immediately after he hit that ball. He knew that that wasn't the pitch he really wanted. He offered, the Grizzly vet. Popped out to first.
This is not Jackson Bates.
No. That's Jake Paulson.
Jake Paulson.
We've seen
flashes one foul.
Yeah, we've seen a fair amount of Jake so far this season. He started the first two games we did.
This one popped up in his short right. Reinhardt waiting for out number two.
And the Redbirds trying to get that run across after the leadoff double by Schoenbrick. 2 quick outs puts the onus on Justin Reeves.
RBI single back in that first inning. Big hole on the left side of the infield where he hit it through last time. This one fouled off. Skied into guess right field. Andrew Enck about 3 steps into the grass to make the catch, and after the leadoff double, 3 pretty quick, easy outs for Derek Mason. We go to the 7th, Coon Rapids 6, Minneapolis 5 on CTN.
The county hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
The shuffle on the mound continues for the Redbirds here in the middle innings. Ost done after just 1 inning. Saw Justin Langer start and play the first 3. Then we had Taylor Nelson for 2. 6th inning belonged to Ost. And now Cole Albers takes over here in the 7th.
Yeah, and this is Albers' first action of the season from the mound.
Well, he's got a test in front of him.
He does.
Nobody's been able, maybe that's why they keep shuffling. We need somebody else to try and throw to this guy at the top of their order because he's eating up our pitching staff. First inning, just a leadoff double. He's later scored. Since then, he's parked 2 beyond the right field fence, driven in 3. 3 for 3, a pair of home runs, a double. 3 runs scored, 3 RBI.
Not a bad
It's a
evening.
nice evening at the ballpark.
He's got at least one more at bat, obviously.
And it's got to be in his head just a little bit like, I've done it twice, I could do it again. How cool would it be to do it again?
Yep, that would be cool. Not for the Redbirds, but it would be cool for Schmal and the Cobras, no doubt.
Albers treading carefully, a couple of pitches up high. Not able to get Schmal to chase. Swung hard and just missed the fastball at the belt. Two 1 pitch is called a strike, and the count is even.
Yeah, if he could retire him here, that would be huge for the Redbirds. Just keep him off the bases.
Not that he's the only threat.
No.
So far, he's. And there's another one.
Oh, my God.
It is gone. Wow. 4 for 4 with 3 home runs, and just like that, we've got a tie ball game.
And he wasn't going to smile at first, but as he was rounding second, just a kind of a wry smile on his face as that's his 3rd round tripper of the day.
Three home runs,
no answers.
3 different pitchers, and this one was even more of a no-doubt shot. As soon as it came off the bat, you knew it wasn't coming back, and I see Ryan Garlick is now out in center field. Devin Rogers walked and scored his first time up. Had a single last time at the plate. This one grounded to the right side, scooped up by Nickel. The throw to Indolkoffer just barely in time, and as he gets down the line.
Yeah, he is fast. Yeah, he has wheels. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, anybody else is out by 3 steps right there. Well, it's not like it took a long time to get to second base.
If Brandon Schmal gets up again, I think maybe you want to just think about walking him. Yeah, I think he beat it.
Super slow-mo.
I don't know. Oh, it's awfully close.
I think you're right.
I think he beat it.
It's definitely a bang-bang play.
Yep.
Our solo official doesn't have the benefit of slow-mo replay.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Maybe he was right. 12 was flexing. Boy, that was close.
That was close.
3-0. Strike. Reinhardt taking all the way.
There's more action in the Redbird bullpen.
Trying to line up Schmal's next victim. Walk for Reinhardt. And so now a go-ahead run on base for the Cobras. Sean Borman has hit into 2 double plays in his 3 trips to the plate. One and one.
Well, the Cobras have been patient and they've been just chipping away. After that,
Well, Brandon Schmall has.
Well, they have. He has. There's no question about that.
He's driven in every run since the first inning.
Yeah, there's no question about that. He's had a nice night.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah, I don't think he's over there going, God, I wish one had been a triple and one was a single.
No, I don't think so.
Although hitting for the cycle is always cool,
yeah,
too.
but it's like it's cooler to hit 3 home runs in a game.
Correct.
Much cool.
Plus a double.
Yeah.
He's having a nice game.
Yes, he is.
Full count now to Sean Borman. Pitch from Albers is low, ball 4, back-to-back walks. And the go-ahead run into scoring position. Still only 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Yeah, the Redbirds are in danger here of relinquishing the lead.
Morgan Holmes 0 for 3, couple of fly balls to left field. His last couple of trips to the plate. Opportunity to play the co-hero for the Cobras at this point in the ball game.
Yep.
No opportunity for anyone else in that dugout to play the hero right
No.
now, but you could maybe get the second star of the game. Fouls off the first offering from Albers. Got a piece, but it's in the glove of Justin Reeves, 0 for 2.
An opportunity here to get the second out of the inning, and that would be an important one. The runners at first and second.
Can't tempt him upstairs, 1 and 2.
Missed by much.
Did not. Swung on and missed, a huge strikeout for Albers.
Yeah, they obviously needed that. And now you worry about the hitter at the plate with 2 away. Don't want to give up any more runs, but a big strikeout for Albers.
First baseman Sam Burnett. 1 for 3 this evening. And outside 2-0. Fouled and out of play, 2-1.
This is an opportunity if Burnett can break it open here for the Cobras, if he can get a base hit.
Outside 3-1. And Albers in danger of walking him full with 2 out. This one hit right back to short. And that is not Jackson Bates. Is that Nickel playing over at short? Made the catch on the short line drive. Ends the threat, but another home run for Brandon Schmall. And we are tied at 6 midway through the 7th.
Just kind of a wry smile on his face as that's his 3rd round tripper of the day.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's been an interesting one. The first inning saw the Cobras jump out to an early 2-0 lead. But Coon Rapids, aided by 5 errors in the field, scored 6 runs in the bottom of that first inning. Since then, it's been all about their leadoff man, Brandon Schmall. 3 home runs in the 2nd, in the 5th, and then in the 7th. And he has kind of single-handedly taken the Cobras on his back and brought this back to a tie ball game.
Yeah, he really has. He's had a stellar evening, and there's still, we're just sitting in the bottom of the 7th. Still plenty of time left too. We're knotted up at 6th.
Could definitely see another AB.
Nope.
Back to the top of the order. Ryan Nickel takes a strike. This one foul back out of play. Derek Mason has really had a nice ball game. Only 3 base runners allowed in the last 5 innings, and really threw pretty well in that first inning. But those 5 errors led to 6 unearned runs on the board for the home team. 0-2 pitch, way inside. One grounded back up the middle, scooped up by Enck. The throw to Bennett is in time for out number 1.
Oh, it's nice getting that first out of the inning, and opportunity for the Cobras in the field. I thought Derek Mason really he's been their Iron Man tonight so far.
Dan Skog looks at a pitch for a strike. Skog a hit in 3 trips so far. This one shallow left field. Solid base knock. Doesn't have to be hit that hard.
Nope.
Just
gotta hit it where they ain't.
So Skog picking up his 2nd hit of the night, and now he represents the go-ahead run for the home team. Ross Indelkoffer takes a pitch high, 1-0.
Well, Ross, pretty good hitter. This is a good opportunity for him to see if he can move Skog along.
That will be back-to-back base knocks as he lines it to the gap and through the left side of the infield.
Wonder if Mason started to tire a little bit. Obviously, a warm evening. And he's thrown about 90 pitches, a little more than that, maybe.
93. Zach Sather, an opportunity to put the home team back in front. Had an RBI double, scored a run back in that 6-run first inning.
Skog took off with the pitch. Took off from second.
Sather rips it through the gap on the right side. They're going to wave Skog home. Throw is cut off. They'll go to third instead. And the ball will get away from Borman. So an RBI single for Zach Sather gets the Redbirds back in front. Everybody's safe as Sather advances to second on the throw.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. He's able to find the hole between first and second. The Redbirds are going to take that lead back as this may be it
for Morgan.
Yeah,
or Mason.
Yeah, this may be.
Or not.
I think just talking about things. Obviously, we can't see the bullpen for the Cobras. I'm not sure if we've had any action or not. Oh, there we have some action in the bullpen for the Minneapolis Cobras. Apparently number 16, which I do not have a 16 on the roster, but I'm gonna guess that's Danny.
Kyle Johnson? I have a Kyle Johnson on their website roster.
Because there's a Danny Smith that does not have a number next to him.
Do you have Kyle Johnson?
I don't even have Kyle Johnson on here, so it's got to be Danny Smith, I would imagine then.
Or maybe, yeah.
Because I have a roster that they filled out that they gave.
I'm going to say that theirs is more accurate because they have some guys on that roster that are not, that replace names on the roster online.
But he's not going anywhere at this point.
So Avery Lehman comes out and takes over running for Zach Sather. Oh, wait, what?
No.
Oh, they just walked him to set up the double play?
Yeah.
I was going to say, Sather's over at second. Yeah. What's going on? And this will be Ryan Garlick with the bases loaded, his first at bat of the night. Redbirds has scratched one across, regained the lead here.
Well, Ryan's
hard swing by Garlick underneath the high heat.
Garlick's had a couple of bats this season looking for his first hit of the year.
This would be a good spot for it.
It would be.
Instead, it's a 3-pitch strikeout for out number 2.
There's the pitch and the called third strike.
And the designated hitter here in Lindstrom looking for his first hit. He'd just like to redeem himself for the pop-up his last at bat. Can't catch up with the fastball that time. It's 0-1.
Oh, Mason's still throwing the heat.
Well, he's pretty much stepped on the gas since the meeting at the mound and then the intentional walk. And then as soon as I say that, he takes something off and Gets Lindstrom out on his toes, 0-2.
Yeah, Lindstrom again looking for that fastball there. Not going to see it. Good spot for Derek Mason to be in.
Back-to-back strikeouts, ends the threat with bases loaded. A big answer for Derek Mason, but the Redbirds able to get one across and regain the lead. It's 7-6 after 7 on CTN.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Are you looking for a fun activity for your school or civic group? Volunteer at the Coon Rapids Recycling Center. The center relies on 2 to 3 volunteers every week to help us manage the recyclables that come in and to guide guests throughout the facility. Special events such as paper shredding or the Green Expo require even more volunteers. Stop in and check us out.
A beautiful look at the moon.
Yes.
Beautiful evening.
It's actually turned into a very pleasant night. Yeah.
Bottom of the order due up for Minneapolis here in the top of the 8th inning.
Jackson Bates on the mound now for the Redbirds.
Zach Carden.
Here we go, Zach. Here we go, Zach.
The Redbirds like a quick inning here with the lead as we get to the later stages of this ball game.
Bates able to get ahead in the count, 1-2.
Bates has pitched an inning, a ball and a strikeout.
Well, there's another one for him as he fans Carden for out number 1.
No, that's only 2 strikes.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I had it as 3. But I was incorrect, apparently.
You just make me anxious.
Not that that's
anxious to get home, is it?
It's never happened.
I know. Well, tonight's the first time, so.
1-2. It shall remain. Or is it 2-2? Was I wrong, or was there another ball that I thought was a strike? Now he has the strikeout. I'm a soothsayer, Shapiro.
You are.
Soothsayer.
You just knew it was going to happen.
And now Andrew Enck, the number 8 hitter, also looking for his first knock of the day.
Nice pitch from Bates there as he gets him swinging. Not happy with himself.
Up high and then down low, it's 2-0.
Oh,
and a hit back.
That's the last thing you wanted in this situation.
Not only does it put the tying run on base, it also means absent a double play hit by Lutmer,
right,
you have to deal with Schmal this inning.
Yeah,
and possibly with runners on base.
Exactly.
Lutmer reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning and scored on the first of Schmall's 3 home runs. This one bunted foul over the backstop and into the bleachers. Fastball in for a called strike. It's 0-2.
So if, well, we'll talk about that situation. If Schmalls get up, do you walk him?
Called third strike. I think you do in this situation. But then you move the tying run into scoring position.
You do. I understand
And
that. But is he gonna hit a fourth in this situation?
Well, you got Devin Rogers on deck. He's 1 for 3, and I mean, pick your poison. I don't. If first base is open, it's a real easy decision.
Well, I agree.
In this position,
they're gonna pitch to him.
You have to.
Yeah.
But he's had a night. 4 for 4 with 3 home runs. Looks at a pitch for a strike. Is Jackson Bates the first pitcher for the Redbirds to be able to solve him? Yeah, it's a pretty great stat line.
Yeah, I'd say it's a nice pitch there.
Fastball at the knees, and it's 2-2. Yeah, he's 4 for 4 with 4 RBI, 4 runs scored, a double, 3 home runs.
It's pretty nice. Well, now you're in a good situation if you're Bates, is that you've got an opportunity, ahead in the count with a couple of pitches. See if you can get him to chase something maybe a little bit outside.
Just judging, I mean, I've only seen the guy get to the plate 4 times, but pretty disciplined and a great swing.
He is.
I don't think you're going to get him fooled too much. Oh, but then again, maybe you will. Fastball up high, and they did get him to chase something out of the zone. And 3 strikeouts in the inning for Jackson Bates. A smile on his face as he returns to the dugout. His team still leads 7-6 going to the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
So the Cobras finally dip into their bullpen to start the 8th inning. 7 good innings for Derek Mason. Gave up just 1 earned run after that disastrous first inning. He really had a great outing. Danny Smith comes on, trying to keep the lead from expanding here before his team gets its last at bats.
Yeah, it's tough for the Redbirds last inning up. I mean, they have an opportunity to score multiple runs. Unfortunately, they couldn't do so. The important thing is they did get the 1 run, so to take the lead back as we move into the bottom of the 8th.
So Jackson Bates will lead off, followed by Justin Reeves, and then back to the top of the order. It was a big run driven in by Zach Sather in the 7th.
And the good thing for the Redbirds in the top of the 9th, you don't have to face Brandon Schmall.
Yeah. I guess the answer was not to walk him, but instead to strike him out.
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't have predicted that, but the Redbirds will take it.
I'll tell you, I didn't expect him to chase that pitch. I don't think he expected to chase that pitch.
No.
But I think if we went back and looked at tape, I think everything that he hit out of especially the 3 out of the park, were off-speed pitches.
Yep.
And Bates showed him nothing but fastball, including the one up in his eyes that he just couldn't lay off. And here's Jackson Bates leading things off in the bottom of the 8th. Big swing, comes up empty. Foul out of play down the first baseline, 1-2.
Chased a few fans away.
Big hooking curveball, called third strike. Boy, that had some movement.
It really did. It was nasty.
Another look at the 12-6 break from Danny Smith.
Safe.
Now the catcher, Justin Reeves. Easy enough for me to say. One and 0. Inside. Called strike, looked in, but 1-1 to Reeves. This one hit right back up the middle. Sliding stop by Cardin. The throw is in time. Great play at short to record out number 2.
Yeah, again, had to regather himself, and the throw had Reeves by a fairly good margin. And went down to his knees, slid, and maybe a little closer than I originally thought, but nonetheless, nice play by Cardin. Oh yeah, he had him fairly handily.
Ryan Nichols singled and scored in the first, and there's that big hooking curveball from Smith for strike 1. And stays up high with the fastball and gets the swinging strike, 0-2. Fastball fouled back. Nickel will stay alive.
Yeah, just trying to keep this bat alive.
Watch out for Uncle Charlie. After 2 straight fastballs up.
Yep.
Here comes the hook.
Well, and he's got a nice curveball as well, so. Well.
One and 2. There it is. This one chopped on the ground to first. Scooped, flipped over to Smith covering. And a 1-2-3 inning for Danny Smith. The Cobras trail by 1. They have a chance to tie or take the lead in the top of the 9th after this.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Pitcher number 6 of the night for the Redbirds is Steve Schreier. Looking to come in and close it out. He's got a 1-run lead. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for Minneapolis.
Well, Schreier's been pretty effective this year. He's pitched 3 innings. Faced 13 batters, 2 hits, a run. One of them, that 1 run earned, 4 base on balls. We have 3 ERA. He's trying to come see if he can mop it up here for the Redbirds.
Devin Rogers, the 4th hit batter for the Coon Rapids pitching.
Not the
and
way.
That's not the guy you want on base.
It's not not the way you want to start. That's for sure. But yeah, he has such great speed.
And we'll see how aggressive they get, how early, trying to get him into scoring position. Mason Reinhold, the right fielder, will step in. He's been hit by a pitch twice. He's technically only 1 for 1. He's been hit twice and he's walked once. Showed the bunt, pulled it back, and it's called a strike. That's an interesting stat line as well.
Yeah.
Hey, his on-base percentage is 100%.
It is.
He's batting 1,000. This one fouled back off the mask of Reeves.
If you can retire,
0-2.
I mean, obviously the ideal thing was see if you can get him hit something on the ground, but if you can retire him at the plate too, you just want to get that first out. But the speed at first for the Cobras is they're hoping to be able to take advantage of that.
Well, we saw him when he beat out almost beat out his last at bat, Devin Rogers. This one fouled back, and Rogers was off with the pitch. But Reinhardt has to stay alive.
Here we go, Mace.
Another one fouled to the backstop. Pulled the string and got Reinhold way out in front for strike 3.
Yeah, big first out for the Redbirds as they're holding on to this 1-run lead.
Sean Borman will dig in. He's 0 for 3. He walked last time at the plate. Before that, he'd hit into 2 double plays. And it's just as we talked about with Schmall, in his head, he's got to be thinking, I know I could hit a third one. On the flip side, you got a guy in Borman who's thinking, God, just whatever I do, don't hit into another double play.
Yeah, that would not be good. But
the mental side of this game is so huge.
It really is. And you just have to don't think about your last at bat. Just start fresh.
Runner is off. He got a piece of it, though. So Rogers will have to return 1-1. Rogers is off again. Another foul out of play. It's 1-2.
He's getting a workout.
Well, better to do this in the late innings after the sun has gone down and it's no longer 90+ degrees.
This is true.
One and 2 pitch from Schreier. This time Rogers stays aboard. Another foul out of play. I thought it was going to get off the light post.
Yep.
Always love to hear the tong.
Well, now I know what to get you for your birthday.
A large cowbell.
Yep.
Can never have too much. Runner is off. Another foul ball by Borman. Mason Reinhold, we talked about his interesting line. He had been on base 4 straight times. Great looking pitch right there by Schreier to freeze Borman for out number 2. So after hitting the leadoff man, back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, look at that pitch just drop.
And
it looked
the
like
Cobras are down to their final out.
Yeah, to Borman, that pitch looked like it was going to be high, and then it just dropped.
Now Morgan Holmes, 0 for 4. Needs a knock to extend this ball game. Rogers is going. Throw is not in time. It was a pretty good spot on the hop from Justin Reeves, but yeah, he's
fast.
He's very fast.
He's fast.
It was a called strike though to Holmes.
Well, I mean that's important for a base runner for the Cobras now because you get a hit to the outfield and that's most likely a run with his speed.
Good hitter.
That one didn't miss by much.
No, it did not.
Come on, Mo. Drive it up the middle, bud. Drive it up the middle. Let's go.
1-1 now to Holmes. This one skied right side, will stay in play. Plenty of room for Indlekoffer. He makes the catch in foul territory. And this one is over.
This is a fun one, Joe. The Cobras jumped to a 2-0 lead and then a big inning thanks to 5 errors in the field for Minneapolis, and they were up to get up 6-2. And Cobras got back into this game, tied it up, but a big RBI by Zach Sather to get the 7th run of the game, and that turned out to be the game winner. And Schreier comes in for the save, and 4 in a row for the Coon Rapids Redbirds.
Yeah, and a big one here against a high-caliber team.
Yep.
I mean, but they also have to know that, they got a lot of help from.
They gave it a
the defense of the.
They did.
Cobra's not really showing up in that first inning.
Yeah, no, that is true, but nonetheless, you take what you're given, and they take the victory here tonight, move to 4-1.
Yeah, 6-run first inning for the Redbirds, thanks to 5 errors in the field in the same inning. But the main story of the night, wow, what a game for Brandon Schmall. a double and a run scored in the first. And then what do you do after that? Oh, I don't know, just hit 3 out of the park, 1 with a runner on. So 4 for 5 with 3 home runs, a double, 4 RBI, and 4 runs scored. He did everything he could.
He did.
His team comes up short.
He did, and it was a good game and 2 well played, 2 pretty good teams, and the Redbirds will take the win, and as I said, move to 4-1.
Yeah, and definitely another nice night for baseball. Glad to be back in the ballpark. Hope you'll continue to join us through the summer. We got more Metro Mini baseball coming up as we work our way through the 2020 sports schedule. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.